What's going on, guys? It's me, Julana Fan HC here, and today we have another model plane unboxing video for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for today's video. Today we got another box right here from Final Approach Collectibles. Always love purchasing models from them. They have great customer service and they have some fast shippings too. So looking forward to unboxing another product from Final Approach Collectibles. So we're not gonna waste further time and we're just gonna go straight into the unboxing right away. So this model in particular, I got that from a recent NG Models release, and honestly I couldn't really pass. I would say that I couldn't really pass up on this, but it's a model I've been wanted to see in 1/400 scale, and I'm glad that NG Models, if I were to take a guess, were the first ones to ever do this. So as I cut the box open, I don't know why it's somehow hard, but let me see if I can find it. There we go. So as I open up the flap, there's some packing paper. Gotta take all this out. So there's something hard. I can feel something hard, and then there's another model inside. But I'll go over the model that we're gonna be unboxing today. So yeah, I'm just gonna it's like stuck in there. So alright, so just I got it out at least. So what's inside this box is this one. So this is the Korean Air Boeing 747-8. I will have a separate unboxing of this particular model because reasons. So we're gonna be putting that aside, but the main focus is what's over there. So, but first of all, I do have my business card right here from Final Approach Collectibles. As you can see, here is the QR code if you want to scan it. And yeah, let me see if there's any other stuff I need to take out in a way. There should be a receipt in there. I'm not sure what that is, or maybe it's on the other box, or the other the box itself. So just gonna take care of that and put those aside. But we got the model in question inside here. So let me take out all these packing paper. And we got this beauty. Oh, we got another Final Approach Collectibles business card right there. But what I have here is the NG Models 1/400 scale Hawaiian Airlines Airbus A330-200 in the Disney's Lilo and Stitch livery. Looking forward to having this model. This is one of the recent NG Models releases they did. And of course, I can't pass it on Hawaiian Airlines because, of course, I used to be a ramper while I was in Sacramento International Airport. So looking forward to having this model in my collection, and overall really nice to have this. It is considered one of Hawaiian's special liveries they did this year. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to having this model in my collection. So let me just put this aside. And yeah, but overall, really nice to have another Hawaiian aircraft in my collection. And yeah, this is going to be a really nice asset for my Hawaiian Airlines fleet, and probably my first. Yeah, this is my first NG Models Hawaiian Airlines A330. I have a Gemini Jets version, so I'm really glad to have a NG version as well. Oh, I also do want to mention the Phoenix one too. But we got this beautiful specially for Hawaiian, so I can't wait to unbox it. Okay, and here we go in the unboxing of the NG Models 1/400 scale Hawaiian Airlines Airbus A330-200 in the Disney's Lilo and Stitch livery. Looking forward to having this model in my collection. Once again, this is going to be a nice asset to my Hawaiian Airlines collection, and it's going to be nice if I'm going to be using this model in some of my airport updates I do. So yeah, this is a really nice special livery for Hawaiian, and they really did a good job on designing this livery. So this model from NG came out on the October 2025 releases from NG Models, and when I saw this model on the release set, I was like, yes, I would technically want to buy this because I myself used to be a ramper for Hawaiian Airlines, and yes, I have probably worked on this aircraft. I have worked on this aircraft twice ever since this livery was painted. Usually Hawaiian Airlines doesn't have that many special liveries. They would only do specials if they were promoting a movie, for instance. For example, the first Moana movie and the Moana 2 movie that came out last year, and the Lilo and Stitch movie as well. The live action, which basically that's what they're promoting. This special livery is promoting the live action remake of Disney's Lilo and Stitch that came out in May of 2025. So yeah, this is a very nice special livery for Hawaiian. I think I would rather prefer the A321neo because I do like the fact the A321neo has all the various paw prints of Stitch, and of course you got Stitch at the back as well. But this is the A330, which I also do like the A330 but I think there could have been a bit more creativity with the sleeve, but still, I really like it. But other than that, this is the model I get from NG Models, and yeah, the A321 Neo from NG in the Lilo and Stitch livery, that's currently delayed. I'm not sure when it's going to be available, but who knows. But we got the A330 right here. So, let's get started with the model review. You got the Hawaiian Airlines logo right there. You got the Airbus A330-200 tiles as well. You got the CJ image of the plane. You got the Disney's Lilo and Stitch logo right there. You also got Stitch with the Hawaiian flower right there. Which, of course, he is looking cute. You also got the Aloha tiles right there in Stitch's lettering. I also like the fact that the O is his paw. You got all the various like aspects of like the Hawaiian livery. You got like the gray lei, which of course that's featured on like their current livery, but I do like the fact that NG Models were able to add this. And of course you got 1/4 scale collectible models like I smell, and you got the aircraft registration November 378 Hotel Alpha. As mentioned before, I only worked on this aircraft twice, and I was able to get a nice departure shot of her while I was heading to my LAX day trip. Because like that was the day the Lilo and Stitch came, and as a Hawaiian ramper, I did work on this aircraft. So here is a picture of one of the departure shots I took. Overall, I was really glad I took that shot. And yeah, this is a very nice livery, and yeah, really nice to be able to catch that. Here is the bottom of the box, right side of the box, top of the box, and left side of the box. And here is the back of the box. There's some kind of like, not sure what sticker this is. I believe, what is this? Hang on, I gotta. This looks like to be a certificate for quality product of some company or something, but yeah, that's there. Back at the side is the same. You got the warning hazards right there, and the item number, of this model is 61105. So yeah, looking forward to featuring this model. Now, of course, Hawaiian Airlines, they are now under the Alaska certificate, so their call sign is now Alaska, which it is what it is, but that's the whole point of the merger. But hey, Hawaiian Airlines isn't going away anytime soon. Nor is this model, because this is going to be in my collection for so many years. And as I take her out, and there she is. Now, I have never seen NG Models, like, I haven't seen in person NG Models take on their Airbus A330, so this is literally the first time I ever seen one. And as I take out the collector card, here is the collector card in this format right here, the current format in that case. Making sure nothing's in the box. Alright, so let's take a look at this models. So, already looking at it, it looks really, really nice. I like the various like color. Ooh. Wow. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Holy crap, this actually looks really, really cool. Alright, let me just check the wings first, making sure no parts are broken. What about the horizontal stabilizers and the tail? Making sure antennas are there. And they are, and wow, this honestly looks really, really cool. Stitch kind of looks a little different, but I'll go over the livery once I get into the model review. But still, the colors, mainly on the Hawaiian Airlines livery, look vibrant. So, really nice there for NG's take. And overall, really glad to have this in my collection. And yeah, it's not broken, which is really, really awesome. But overall, I'm really fascinated about this model, and yeah, great work NG Models on this livery right here. Once again, I'm really glad to have this for my Hawaiian Airlines collection. And here's the NG Models 1/400 scale Hawaiian Airlines Airbus A330-200 in the Disney's Lilo and Stitch livery. This is a job well done from NG Models, and I really like this model. I think NG Models did a very nice job on this model, but I will go over some details on what I do need to point out on this model. So let's do that right now, shall we? So we're just gonna like zoom in and yeah, so get into the model review. So you got your cockpit windows right there, and of course you got the nose shape of the plane. Of course, NG Models does a very nice job on the nose shape of their Airbus A330s. You got some pitot tube details right there. You got your stack ports right there. You got your nose landing gear and the nose landing gear door containing the 378 registration and the ETOPS logo. You got your L1 boarding door alongside the Hawaiian flag, and then you got the Airbus A330-200 tiles right there. And then you got the aircraft's name, which Hawaiian Airlines named their A330s after like celestial bodies that will be used for Polynesian navigation. So this aircraft is named, if I can try to pronounce it, I was kind of like looking on the internet how I can pronounce its name, but I think how I would say it is Kokamalama. I think that's how I would pronounce it. But yeah, that's the aircraft's name on November 378 Hotel Alpha. You also got the Hawaiian flag right there. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already, but you also got the Hawaiian titles. You got your top antenna and your Wi-Fi dome. And then this is where domestic first would be. You also got the Aloha text in Stitch's text in that case. You also got Stitch's pod that replaces the O. Moving on to this side, you got all the various aspects of the Hawaiian livery, like the gray lei, which I think from looking at it from my camera, it appears a little darker. It's kind of similar to what Gemini Jets would do on their Hawaiian liveries. They would add gloss. There's kind of a bit of gloss on the Hawaiian lei over there. I think I had something similar to my Hawaiian 787 I have from November 2024. Anyways, here is the main landing gear right there. There's your Trent 700 engines with all the various details. And then you got the Disney, Lilo, and Stitch tiles right there. You also got Stitch on this side of the aircraft, which, looking at it, I think Stitch kind of appears a little bit too bright. Like the colors on Stitch, except for the flower on his head, kind of appears a bit brighter. Like his fur is his fur is a lot darker than what I'm seeing. Also to note that his this part of his body needs to be a bit of a sky blue in some sort of way, something similar to this. But not sure what happened right there for NG, but I believe it may appear different. I think if I were to turn off the studio lights, I think the color would appear the blue would appear much more better. But I think the only thing that kind of feels incorrect for me is the white part right there. This should have been a lighter blue, which can't complain. I mean, still, NG models did an okay job. I mean, it's kind of hard to come up with the actual printing of Stitch as compared to the actual aircraft, but at least NG did try their best. Also, I do want to mention on the L2 door. So here is the L2 door right there, and then there's the Hawaiian Airlines logo. I also like the fact they also add in some landing lights with some details. So NG does a really nice job on adding little details on models. Anyways, moving on to the wing. So here is the wing right there. You always got your fairings, your printed details, and all your flaps, spoilers, and slats. Here is the winglet as well. There's still there's gloss that I'm seeing on the gray flower over there. So it kind of feels there's some kind of reflectance, a reflection that's happening on this wing. You can also see the flower on the outer winglet as well. Anyways, moving on to the back. So here is the back side of the aircraft. You got your back top antennas right there. You also got your bottom antenna as well. There's your 3L3 door right there. And then you got your US flag and the aircraft registration, November 378 Hotel Alpha. Once again, I have worked on this aircraft twice, but I believe I also worked on this plane before she was painted in the Lilo and Stitch livery. So yeah. Anyways, here is your various premium economies. Well, this side would be premium economy all the way to and it runs all the way until the middle portion of this aircraft, and then all the way at the back it's just all economy. But as we move on to the back, the farther back area, you got your L4 door, and this is where the actual colors start appearing. So as you can see, I think NG Models does a very nice job on the colorings of the Hawaiian Airlines livery. The colors does appear really vibrant on this model, which I do like. And it kind of almost looks similar to what I would see in real life. I think the colors is almost as clear as a clearer representation of what it is in real life. But as we move on to the empennage of the plane, you got your APU and your horizontal stabilizers, and the iconic, I'll say, Hawaiian Airlines logo with Pualani, which is the girl that's on the tail. And as for the fade from the magenta to a purple, I think NG Models also did a very nice job on this. And again, the color on the tail, it appears really vibrant, which again, NG Models, they're also known for their vibrant colors. So that's what I like. Well, how would I word this? So yeah, vibrant colors and saturated. Yeah, saturated and vibrant colors. Also, I do want to mention on the tail, I do like the fact that they also added in some rudder details as well, which that's really unique for NG Models to do. Anyways, moving on to the forward section of the plane, the front section. So as you can see some details on the Trent 700 engines right there. And of course, when I look at it from a straight, it appears like the cockpit windows are perfectly level, which that's what I like to see from NG Models. And then moving on to the starboard section of the plane, as you can see, I do want to mention about about this side, which I believe I kind of forgot to mention about this while I was reviewing the port, but I believe the kind of like the aircraft's name kind of feels a little bit, I would say, like too close to the L1 door, like the forward door. I think it could have been just moved up just a little bit so it can, like, because like when I see this plane, when I see the aircraft's name, it kind of feels like that there should be at least a little bit of space over here. So, I mean, it's kind of like, it's part of the printing details and all that, so nothing too much, just some little notes to add. Anyways, so here we are at the starboard section of the plane. You got your R1, R2, R3, and R4 doors. You got your forward cargo bin right there, and then your aft cargo bin alongside the bulk compartment. And now let me give you guys some different views of the aircraft. Here's the top view, so not much printing detail, like not much on details on the front, like the front view. I do like the fact, I think as compared to some of, like my Gemini Hawaiian A330 for instance, there's a little bit of extra details right there, like these squares. I also like the fact that they also added in the red beacon light on top. Moving on to the bottom, here is the bottom. Again, like nice details. The air intakes are printed in, not molded in. But yeah, like I think there's a lot more bottom details on this one, especially for the engines. I like that the bottom engines on this aircraft has more details, which that's what I love to see from NGs. NG does kill it on their printing. Well, sometimes, because like maybe like I have some models that have some printing errors, like some NG that may have some printing errors, but this model, for instance, does not have any, so that's good. Moving on to the forward section of the plane, or as I like to call it, the front view. I think I'll just call it the front view. So here's the front view right there. I love the ground flex configuration on these NG A330s, as you can see. Perfect representation on this model right here. And then as I move at the back, here is the back view of the model. So overall, really nice model from NG Models. I'm really glad to have this for my collection. An aircraft I worked on at work. Now I have a model out of it, which is really cool, to be honest, for you guys. But yeah, I think for people who worked on the ramp and also model collecting, I think it's really nice for them to get a model of the registration they worked on at their ramp jobs. And I'm one of those people. So yeah, I worked on so many Hawaiian. I pretty much worked on the entire Hawaiian fleet while I was at my ramp job before they laid me off. But still, having a model out of a Hawaiian aircraft is really nice since I worked for that airline back then. So really nice to have this in my collection, especially it's a special livery too, since of course this livery won't last long. They will probably have these special liveries, like these kind of like movie special liveries, for like 7 months, similar to what happened to the Moana 2 livery. They had 3 planes, the A321neo, A330, and 717 painted on somewhere around like that late October, mid-November range. And then around like May or June, they were like painted back to their standard liveries. That's gonna be a similar situation with these Lilo and Stitch liveries. They're both painted on the A330, A321neo, and the 717. And probably like after 7 months, those are gonna be painted back to the standard liveries. But it's really nice to have a model out of one. But yeah, really nice model right here from NG Models, and I'm really glad to have an NG Hawaiian A330 in my collection. I'll also be getting the 379er registration in the standard livery as well. So that's it for today's video, but I'm not gonna like finish it off here. We're gonna get into the conclusion. So let's move on to the conclusion. Well, it looks like Stitch wanted to be part of the video, but overall, this model from NG Models looks absolutely fantastic, and honestly, like the colors are saturated and vibrant, and overall the mold of the A330 looks very excellent for NG Models. The only thing that kind of seems like, I would say like off in a way, is the printing of Stitch and the color of Stitch. I think like the blue on that model kind of appears a little brighter, especially for like the part. So this part right here, I think again this should have been a much more lighter blue as compared to like white. But regardless of that, this is still a nice model to have for your collection, and yeah, this is the only model form that's out there in the 1-400 market. Phoenix Models did announce this on their August 2025 set, but they have not released the model of it yet. So technically, NG Models is the first one to have released a model form of this aircraft right here. So overall, nice model once again, and great work NG Models on this model, and hopefully I can get the A321neo in the future. Now, as I take out Stitch in the camera. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Yeah, we're just gonna conclude from here. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell icon so you won't miss a new video like this or upload like this anytime soon. And if you want to see more of my mall plane content, then you can click on that playlist, and it shows you all the mall content I do, from videos like unboxings, reviews, and a whole lot more. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night.